Xbox Series X. Let me show you what's going on. As you can see, we have a pretty dorked up HDMI port. We'll have to get it apart, set it up on the preheater, and remove it. For your orientation purposes, we'll be working on this side of the board to begin with, and then when we flip the board over, we'll be working here. We have the board out of the housing, and we are preheating it at 170 degrees. I will apply flux, and once the flux has become liquefied, we'll know we're pretty much warm enough to start doing some rework. And while we're preheating, I'll throw out my expected temperatures for this job. These temperatures are brought to you by the Amazon associate links in the description. If you go to my video description and click on one of these links and buy any of this equipment, a small portion of that purchase will go to supporting the channel. And I greatly appreciate you. It won't cost you an extra dime. The board is warmed up. Now we're going to low melt the snot out of these anchors. This serves two purposes. It makes it a little bit easier to remove this port, and it makes cleanup a lot easier. We're going to flip the board. We're also going to low melt the pins. This is more about protection. If you low melt these pins, they will wet before anything else. And with this method, you're very unlikely to pull pads. Now we're going to bring the sauce. Now we're working on these outside anchors as much as we can. We also have to worry about the hidden anchors under the port. All these things make this more of a challenge than most HDMI ports you'll encounter. But the preheater makes it short work. We'll apply some more flux, and we'll begin our cleanup. We are being greatly aided by the low melt we applied earlier. Clean up. Apply some fresh flux. Apply a ball of solder onto our tip, and we just want to glide the ball over the pads more than anything. You may have to rub them in on these, depending on what iron you're using. We grabbed a nice, fresh, non-broken port. I would rather chase bridges here than chase them on the board. Couple stubborn spots going on here. There we go. We'll take a little bit from the hot swap method by preheating the board and wetting these hidden anchors. They're my primary concern right now, because we can work the pins after the port is on, but we cannot work those. There we go. Smash it down. See if we got the anchors this time. And we did. Good. Now we're going to work our pins. Check our work. Every pin is now solid. We're going to flip the board. Add a bit of fresh flux. Add a little bit of solder to our corner here, just to get things started. And feed in a generous amount. Let's check our progress. What we want to see here is good feed through to the other side, and as you can see, that fed through very nicely. Let's do a quick cleanup while the flux is still liquid. Final inspection. Looking good. Nice and clean. Good feed through, everything is solid, good fillets. We're good to go to reassemble and test. I have an announcement. I, being Mage Repair, am moving back home to Texas. My primary service area in Texas will be North Richland Hills, Hurst, Euless, Bedford, and Fort Worth in general. All mail-in services will be temporarily paused through the month of August and will resume sometime in September when I've worked out all the logistics. If you're a local shop in those areas and need micro soldering services, please reach out. Talk to y'all from Texas in September. Okay, moment of truth. Fan spinning, and we have picture. Let's wiggle the cable a little bit. We're not getting any flickering. Good. And everything is looking good. Excellent. If you got value out of this video, I think you'll get value out of this one, and I'll see you there.